Help support the companies that support our community. I left that little nub in the center of the lid so that I didn't go through where I drilled a hole for the worm screw, and I just stacked up some washers on there and it worked out great. It kept it away from the little Burl nubs, and then I sanded it all the way through to 600 with walnut oil. And what I do with that is I just go through all the grits and I wipe it off in between each grit, and then if there's any little dust or anything on it from that grit or any grit on it, it wipes it off. But I just love the way it brings out the richness in the wood. The oil is just amazing. Then I went ahead and unscrewed it from the worm screw, and because the washers were on there, it wasn't quite, true as it was when it was the other way around. So I put the jaws in it, used them in expansion mode to go down into that recess I had made, and then I took the #1 hollower and went ahead and just took a few passes across it. I used a little cone on the live center to go down into the hole so the live center didn't hit that either, and it went in the same hole that I drilled out for the worm screw. Then I went ahead and did the same process on it. Just went through all the grits with the doctor's walnut oil before moving on to the base. I use the coal jaws to finish off the bottom. These work great for little things like this or bowls. They hold it very well. The little rubber stoppers I have on it are the shorter ones, but they do make longer ones too for holding bigger pieces. I put a paper towel in there just so, you know, it's the wood up against the metal plate. I don't know how much it's really helping, but I've always done it. So I just put that in there, rip off the little tabs around it and start turning. It holds it very well. I always bring up the tailstock, so I'm going to round this one over a little bit and then cup out the bottom, but I kind of just bring up tailstock till I get the majority of it done. And I just went ahead and, again, I used the #1 hauler to round over the bottom of it and get rid of that little notch I put in there for the tenon. And then once I get it all that cleaned up, I pull the tailstock away and just cup out the bottom just a little bit. Then I went through the same process with the sanding with the walnut oil, went through all the grits up to 600. And another reason I use the oil is I really like a satin finish, but it eliminates all of the sanding dust. So the oil captures the sanding dust, so you don't have turn on dust collector or anything, and I love that satin finish, so it's a win-win for me. This is the third finial I've made for this box. The little ball is out of walnut, and then the piece I'm cutting out here on the bandsaw is Cocobolo. So originally I was just going to do a sphere box. I was going to turn a sphere and turn it into a lidded box, but I got to cutting into the top of it here where it was all natural edge and it just looked really cool, so I decided to go with that. So you might notice in the very beginning of the video I drew a line down the center of it to make the sphere, and then I just kind of scrapped that and parted off the lid. So that was my original idea. I was just going to do a sphere box. But because of the little nodules, the burl on top of it, I had to come up with a different kind of finial. So I was going to do something, put something in it like this and cut away the sides and just kind of sand out, you know, like a little U-shape thing. I put this on there. It doesn't look good. Second one, I did a little onion shape and it didn't look good either, so I turned a little maple disc and put that on there. It looks like a weird shaped mushroom. So they stand up too tall. So this one here is, I needed something that was kind of low profile to make it kind of blend in with it. I'm not sure, let me know what you like better in the comments. This one, I think it just sticks up way too tall. This one's kind of low profile, so it gives it, I don't know, just doesn't stand out as much, but I like it. It's just, yeah, not quite what I was going for in the very beginning, but I like the box. It's about 4 inches in diameter and 5 inches tall, and again, that's out of Cocobolo right there, and that is out of walnut. So I just got done turning this, so the lid is still a little bit tight. It pops on there and pops off, but for a box like this, you don't want it like that. So I'm gonna let it sit for a few days in the house and see what it does, and if it's still tight, I'll sand it a little bit so you can pull it off with the finial here. But just a beautiful piece of wood. This is another piece I got from Mark down in Corvallis, and a beautiful piece of wood. Thank you, Mark. That was the last wood turning show we went to. I believe it was in February. That was the last one. Last demo we've done actually in person. So it gave me a bunch of wood when we were down there, but it's a beautiful piece of maple burl. All right, hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not already, please hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. You'll be notified every time we do a video. And go over and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. So I'm putting together a Cryptex class. I will post it over there. We're going to do it on Saturday. It'll be a 4-hour class. I don't think it's going to be this weekend, but it should be the weekend after, and I will post it over there with plenty of time for how you sign up for it, and we're going to do it on Zoom. But hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next week.